YouTube? This your boy Oscino Fly back with another review. This time we are reviewing the long-awaited album, Kanye West, Donda. Yes, the long-awaited album from Chicago MC, one of the most genius artists slash producers slash one of the most controversial, like anything you done said about Kanye West has been said. Whether you love him, whether you hate him, whether you like the soul Kanye, or whether you hate him, MAGA Kanye, as I like to say, MAGA Kanye. Kanye, basically, he has been through a lot, especially since after his mom died. You can basically say, like, when Kanye lost his mom, he lost his mind. And to that point, you can say it's been there, but to me, a lot of people, I tell people, Kanye has always act like this. The thing was, his mother was a safety net. So, what you're seeing is just like Kanye without a safety net to hold him back. Or like to keep him under control. Because sometimes when you lose somebody, and I always say this, when you lose somebody that's like your safety net, and then, you know, someone that, I don't want to say checks you or keeps you under control, but it's basically that person that will bring you back to reality to let you know that you're tripping, because everybody needs that one person. Is just like, because we, even though like we should be checking ourselves, there's times where sometimes we just do stuff and feel like we can do whatever we want, and then we always have that one person, yo, what you doing is not good, you know, they bring you back down, and it's just like keeps you at a level where, you know, where it's saying. I felt like that's what Kanye West's mother. After that, I felt like he's been searching for that. Whether it's from Kim, whether it's from Jay-Z, whether it's from Donald Trump himself, I felt like that's what he's been looking for ever since. Now I feel like he has it in God. Now that he's found religion, he's been doing it in God. I guess that's where his safety net. But at the same time, it's just Kanye is going to be Kanye, whether you like it or not. Obviously, I said all that because the album Donda is, you know, is his mother's name, Donda West. And the fact that he named it after his, I was really anticipated. So, you know, you're going to name something after your mother. I feel like it's going to be like your best album yet. You're going to put all your foot forward. And what do I think about it? I left this album with no emotion. Now, I feel like with something as with this album, I feel like you really should have a bunch of emotion in it. And I feel like with this album, you should have a lot of passion in there. I do feel like there is passion, and then there was like a lot of things that was put in this album that Kanye did bring in there. But when I finished the album, I had this, not even a mad feeling, because at least mad is an energy, but it's just like, I felt nothing. I literally felt nothing. I was like, okay, that was it. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, this, it has your Kanye stuff. Like, the production is great. His stadium status type of sound that he brings to you is there. Even Kanye's witty lyrics is there. I just didn't come up with no emotion in it. Now, don't get me wrong. Is there songs that I really liked on there? Yeah. I think Jail was on there. I thought, some of the songs I did like, Jail. That was on there. I like Hov's verse because I thought Hov was really good. I like God Breathe, and I liked Hurricane. My favorite track on there is Believe What I Say, and that was honestly, this is where, in my opinion, if I would have had like an album full of Believe What I Says, like that type of Kanye, I felt like this would have been a classic. First things first, is 27 tracks on this thing. 27. And some of them is just like part 2 with stuff added on there, like Jail and Junior and all that other stuff. And like Jail part 2, it has the baby and Marilyn Manson for what reason I know. And I love the baby. Marilyn Manson, I'm like, what? And you know, I think it was Jesus Lord or Junior that had the locks on there at the end, and I thought the locks did a really good job. I forgot what song Jay Electronica was on, but I liked his verse on whatever that song is. I had to look back at it again. Now the reason like I'm really confused and I see all flustered because this has no fucking credits on here. That's one of my main problems of this album is that, yeah, I already know some of these artists, And like some artists was recognizable, like the Baby was recognizable. I didn't recognize the Marilyn Manson. I recognized the Locks. I recognized the Lauryn Hill sample. I recognized a lot of other voices. The Weeknd's obviously recognized that. But there was a bunch of other artists. I'm like, who the fuck is that? I heard Yachty and I was like, wow, this is a trash ass Yachty verse. I really need to stop banging on Yachty like this. I really need to stop banging on Yachty, but the verse was trash. There's no fucking credits on here. It's just like, okay, I have to like go back to a song now, like, and there's 27 songs, so it's just like, damn, what song is it? Like, I literally got it like on my notable tracks. It's just like, oh man, who's the ones that really stand out? And I was like, I had to literally go through all that just to figure out, because there's no fucking credits on here. Why Kanye? I don't fucking know. Why would you release all this and put no credits on there? Like, if I was an artist, I would be fucking mad. I think that's why Chris Brown is mad. I think that's why Soulja Boy was mad. But I've heard Soulja Boy's verse, it was trash. I'm sorry, Soulja Boy, that verse was trash. I'd have left that shit off the album too. But there's controversy in this album that it shouldn't be on there. Like, one thing is just, I don't know, put fucking credits of the artists on there. That way I can know who is who. Like, sometimes, like, I think Fabio Foreign was on there, and I think it was God Breathe, or whichever one that was the drill music sound. That's the one that I fucking like, and I like Kanye on the drill music type of beat, and I thought he did his thing. But it's just, that part really kind of really stresses, I don't want to say stresses me out, but it annoyed me. It's just like, damn, who is this? Oh, there's no credits on here. It's like, why? It's like, why? Another thing that I had a problem with is too fucking long. Like, it was too fucking long, it's too stringy. But I had this theory, and I want y'all to hear me out, because why I feel like, and it kind of involves in me not having no emotion, or like not really having this type of feeling when I listen to this album. So my theory is basically, I feel like this is supposed to be like a play. Because if you looked at how his listening party was, and I know it's very egotistical, but yes, it's Kanye. Kanye is a very egotistical motherfucker. The way he, like, the list, usually when you get a listening party, it's like 20 of your like closest friends, or you know, people that done the work on the album with you. Y'all just listen to it. Kanye had the whole football stadium full of people listening to his fucking album. I'm sorry, and like, I know, and I love Kanye, and I like this. That's very egotistical, but at the same time, that is very fucking cool that you can do that. Now, I've seen the videos of what it was going on while he was like playing this album and all that other stuff. It looked like some type of play. Visually, I feel like everything that I should be feeling was in that play, or when he was going through that listening part. That's probably why it's not finished, or the way it looks right now, or even that he left some people off. It's probably maybe because they dropped the album, because, you know, maybe he tried to drop it before Drake, because, you know, Drake is dropping on September 3rd as we're speaking on this. Maybe there's a lot of, you know, spectacle of how he was dropping his album, but I feel like I would have got more emotion, and I would probably like understood the album better more if I saw that listening party play that everybody was playing. If he'd have had, if there was like some type of recording or something like that, like he was doing it like a play, I would understand this. And the only reason I got that, because in the last song that was supposed to be last song, I think, is No Child Left Behind, and you hear this old orchestral music of Kanye rising up. Like, if I could find a video, I would probably put it in here, but you see that video at the end of Kanye just rising up and all that other stuff. I feel like that's the emotion he was trying to get out of it from a play-wise. A lot of people do visual albums. Jordan Lucas has done one, Beyonce has done a couple of them, but even it's with the exception of I'm Not Racist, because I'm Not Racist only works when you watch the video. When you kind of listen to it, it doesn't really. You just rather watch the video than like listen to it from a song. Let's just say that. Doing visual albums like that, I feel like you gotta put the person there too before they even see it. So I feel like as someone that's listening to it, I should have that image of what you're painting before you put that picture, before you put that on there, so a lot of people will get your point. I feel like it drops the ball right there. I don't know. I really wanted to love this album, but I don't. I don't think it's a bad album either, because obviously it's not a bad album. I just have no type of emotion out of it, and I feel like whatever it was I was trying to get out of it, it didn't work. So with that being said, I'm giving this album overall, I feel like whatever he was doing to get promotion to this album, it works. It proves my point that artists like Kanye or Jay-Z, they can be gone, but a lot of people who do love their music, they would love to hear a Kanye song. Overall, maybe I gave this album like more than one listen, but it's like 2 hours fucking long, so you really gotta plan out your day to listen to that, which I don't really want to fucking do. I don't want to plan out my day just to listen to a 2-hour Kanye album. I really don't want to do that, because I feel like I really gotta focus and pay attention. I just want to like put it on as background music, and it's kind of background music but at the same time, it's just like, it doesn't put me in the mood to do anything. It just put me in the mood just to sit there and it's just listen. So with that being said, I'm giving this a Kanye out of 10. I've done it last time, and I don't know how to rate this album, but to rate it a Kanye out of 10. So that's what the rating is. I'm dead ass. Would I suggest anybody listen to this album? I guess so, because maybe you will probably have a better understanding to the album than I did. I really, like, as much as I listen to it, I really still don't get nothing from this except for the Lauryn Hill sample, believe what I say. I feel like that's the best song on this album, and I feel like I wish I had those, but honestly, I don't think Kanye wants to do songs like that anymore. There's a lot of people that do Christian rap. Some people do it very good. There's Lecrae, and I don't know, for some reason, and he has Jesus Walks. So it's not like he can't do Christian rap. He has Jesus Walk. If you didn't want your peoples to curse on here, I'd rather you just like tell them up front when they get you a verse, because there's no explicit version. All of it's very clean. You really like hearing stuff, and even him, because he dropped the N-bombs like a couple times and he bleeps it out. And it's like, what is the point? Why didn't you just, especially if you're trying to be clean and all that stuff, why didn't you just rap clean? It bothers me, and it's just like, wow, because I was really like, is there an explicit version of this? That way, because it's not that I want to hear cursing, it's just that, like, I'd rather just, go without hearing the whole bleeps and all that stuff and make it seem like BET and all that stuff. But I will advise you, go ahead and listen to the album. I want you to have your own opinion of this album. Maybe you loved it. Maybe you're a diehard Kanye fan, because I love Kanye. I really do. But this wasn't it. This wasn't it for me, and I don't think this was it for a lot of people. A lot of people feel disappointed by this album. I'm just giving you my reasons why. But it still gives it a Kanye out of 10. Now, take that how you leave it, because that's how I'm putting it. So let me know what your thoughts on this album. How do you feel about Kanye's album? And how do you feel about, did you love it? Did you hate it? What was your best songs on here? What was your favorite tracks on here? Did you like the features on here? Did you like the fact that he had the baby and Marilyn Manson on there, and they're like problematic in their own ways? Though I love the baby, and I don't really think what he said was problematic-ish, but we're not gonna get into that. What did you think of the album? So let me know. Till then, my name is Oscino Fly. Now I'm out. Peace.
Fancy ass man wear glove with rings, flying around town in a tub of wings. Found out how to make love to fiends. He mixing that fudge with the drug of dreams. She too teenage to have a drug of choice, but she fuck with that Royce like she love Detroit. She rolled. Pharaoh.